Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing a game called Missing Time. It's developed by Tooth and Claw on itch.io, and I've played a few of their games before, which I really enjoyed. So this game is basically a Alien Abduction found footage style game where you, I think, listen to cassettes or something of that nature, and then you have like even maybe dream-like sequences. And yeah, I'm big into the Alien Abduction sort of side of sci-fi horror kind of things. And I think it's really fun and really effective if done right. There's a few games out there like They Are Here, which are pretty spooky. The whole idea of not just some alien monster attacking you or chasing you is the abduction side of it is just the fact that they're just taking you for whatever they have planned. That's really scary to me. So I'm interested to try this out, and I'll leave a link in the pinned comment below for you to go check it out for yourself. But first, we'll play it and see how it is. Should be fun, I hope. Play cassette tape. Okay, just went right into it. Nice. Following audio recordings were recorded sometime between October 10th and November 3rd, 1996. Some of the cassette tapes are badly damaged and some are completely missing. These tapes were part of a now closed case regarding the disappearance of Sarah Mitchell. Okay, the interview was with Sarah's father, Scott Mitchell. This interview was conducted by Redacted, a weird name, commencing audio recording. Commencing recording. Robots talk like this.
Ready to go?
I was right.
Okay. So, I had trouble sleeping for a couple of weeks. Not gonna happen. Insomnia or whatever. Doctor said I may be sleepwalking too. Don't know how that works. I guess it started happening about 8 months ago. I remember I just woke up.
Oh, snap, dude. Whoa, this is weird. Okay. Our footsteps sound pretty weird. Hello? Okay, so he says he was sleepwalking, and it started about 8 months ago. Interesting. Not really sure what we're doing, to be honest. Hello? All right.
It was about 2 a.m. My daughter was asleep in her room. Just got that feeling, you know? Feeling that someone was watching me.
Pretty unique style of a game, actually. Kind of like playing a game as a story is being retold, through a recording like this is actually pretty effective, I would say. Okay, yeah, phone's ringing. Hello, this is Planet Earth. Guess I hung up. Oh, we got prank called by the aliens.
Searched the house. Found nothing. It was time to go back to sleep.
Okay, so he was just awoken by a feeling that he was being watched. Random phone ringing, that's kind of weird. Also, I don't know why you live in a house with crooked pictures on the walls and some weird ambient light. It's just a really weird, like, lighting. Let's make my house as creepy as possible.
My daughter, she's 4 years old. Her mother's out of the picture. She went missing.
Oh, shoot.
They found her dead. How is this relevant to... Sorry, there was another night. Something woke me up again.
That was really weird. Just being like, they found her dead? How's that relevant? Like, what are you talking about? What? That's just pretty good voice acting, because it's very eerie, the way their cadence is.
There was something about that night. There was electricity in the air.
Ew, this is spooky, dude. Oh no. Hello? Who's in my shed? I have a double barrel shotgun. I'll blast you. And I want to turn around. We did it. What is that? Something like red glowing over there. Oh, that's weird. I guess I'm gonna go back in my creepy, weird house. I guess I'll leave that open, whatever. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot, dude. Hey! Hey, who are you? Open the door! Let me in! Actually, it was pretty creepy. It gave me the chills.
It was there, then it was gone. I know you won't believe me, but I couldn't sleep after that. Just knowing what visited us.
Audio recordings for the next period of time are either missing or damaged beyond repair. The transcripts detail that Scott was under a great deal of stress during this time. His claims of what he saw and experienced over these coming weeks could be... However, the investigation carried out by Redacted considers these similarities absurd. It's not clear at this point in the investigation how and why Sarah Mitchell went missing. The remaining tapes contain the days leading up to Sarah's disappearance. Not sure why you would capitalize absurd there, but just a small thing. Ah!
I guess I nodded off on the couch.
That's a shuttle.
Had I been dreaming?
American UFO circuit. Tape shot from the space shuttle Discovery. A white dot 200 miles above us. Some say it's proof of a UFO battle in orbit around Earth.
I believe that's 0428.
Of course, our government says it's all balderdash, but it's enough to send the spirits of believers skyrocketing. We examined the videotape in our offices with hotshot UFO researcher Don Ecker. Ecker is a police detective in the Pacific Northwest who's now on the staff of
What's
UFO
that noise?
magazine.
Okay, here it is. You see it? Now watch it. Now as it gets up here, we'll make a right angle turn, shoot off into space, and something flashes past them. There. And whoosh.
They're shooting stars.
Whoosh.
Shooting stars, Mike. That's no shooting star. That whatever that thing is took an evasive maneuver.
There have been videotapes before, of course, but this...
Whoa, look at it go. Alright, I don't know what we're doing.
Now, watch closely. There,
Hearing weird noises.
the shuttle is planet Earth. Thunderstorms light up the night sky. But then something...
I don't like this. At all. That's a weird sound to be coming out of a radio. Oh my god! You son of a bitch. Get off of my planet! You creepy bastard! Come here!
Now watch it.
Now we're blowing this up to see
Right,
it better.
watch it. There it goes, and here comes the shot.
They say this shot is the most remarkable thing of all on the tape. It could appear that the object turned sharply to avoid this white streak, which flies by exactly where the object had been a moment before.
Something appears to be shooting at it. Because it anticipates
That's an odd
something
speculation.
where it
What? Hey! No! Oh my gosh. This is...
All I remember is blinking. I was in my bed. Went to check my daughter, and she was still asleep. But time had changed.
Time.
It was now 4 a.m. Maybe 2 hours later.
So you fell asleep. In further transcripts, Scott describes additional incidents of missing time. Right. In an attempt to capture these events occurring in his home, Scott purchases a disposable camera. In place of further missing recordings are photographs and documents provided by Scott and redacted. Ew. Yeah, I know I've heard of a lot of instances in alien abduction, sort of like alien stalking scenarios like this, that you miss time a lot. It's an odd reoccurring theme. Note on photo, the object Sarah was screaming at. It's 3 dots in the sky there, which we've seen, you know, pictures and stuff of before. Night on photo, owl at my window. I don't really see anything. Creepy pictures, though. Note on photo, my weird scars. Like weird little welts. Moles, almost, or burn marks. Sarah's scars. Oh, hell no. I'll be sitting in there with a gun. I'll be ready to kill them aliens.
I couldn't sleep again.
Trap them.
Couldn't stop my mind racing.
You have to think, too, as humans, we do have, like, a sense of things around us for the most part. Most of us do. Where you know when something, you get that weird feeling where you know something isn't right. And I don't know where that feeling comes from. It must just be from evolution and whatever. It's hard to fake that, to be like, I just, you know, I had this feeling that something was watching me. I don't think you could really fake that. I guess you could fake the story, but it's like a real thing. Hello? I don't know what I'm doing. Something wrong with the TV, for sure. What? I have a lot of pictures on the wall, like a lot of pictures. It's kind of weird. Hello? Oh, shoot. God, what's happening? What the hell? Hey, leave my daughter alone. Oh my god.
They were getting in my head. Talking to me. They were. Them. Don't want to say it.
Aliens. This is spooky, dude. Pretty cool so far. This guy is just like having a nightmare, more or less. Or his life is a nightmare. What? We're like influencing him? Oh no, I have a feeling I know where this is. I have a feeling I know where this is going. Gross.
They were directing me, telling me what to do. I was only a puppet now. They wanted her, just like her mother. They would take her.
So I bet he killed them both to keep them from being taken, and God knows what happening to them. Oh. What happened? The remaining tapes are either missing or damaged. Shortly after the conclusion of the recordings, Redacted submitted a psychiatric assessment of Mr. Mitchell. He was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and admitted to Redacted. No connection was made between the 1994 disappearance and death of Mr. Mitchell's wife. Sarah Mitchell remains missing as of the time of this investigation, November 19th, 1999. No substantial evidence has been found that would suggest foul play or otherwise. The aliens got her. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Sarah Mitchell, please contact this number. Kind of threw into a southern accent there. Written by Dan McGrath. Thanks for playing. You're welcome. Okay, I will talk about this game now. I think going into it, I had maybe a different idea of maybe what we would experience, which is on me mostly, but also I want to say this is a really nice main menu. I like the design. It's very cool. But anyways, like I said, I very much like the concept of Alien Abduction stories and whatnot being used as a sort of backbone of a video game, because I think it's a angle of sci-fi horror that maybe we don't get enough of, and especially like in the AAA sort of side of things. We get like Alien Isolation and things like that, like scary alien monster. But I like the darker, sort of creepier, atmospheric, narrative kind of approach you could take with something like this game did, and make it more about alien abductions and people's, or maybe not real people's stories, but you could probably find some that you could use for a game like this. And what's bizarre about stories, and what fascinates me about them so much about Alien Abduction, is just that I am from the belief that I don't believe that 100% of these stories can be fake. I feel like people have been witnessing UFOs and talking of aliens and everything since like the beginning of time. Obviously now it's easy to be skeptical in a modern age with, CGI and just the way people can fake things so well. But the stories, the really in-depth stories that people have and accounts of alien abduction or just bizarre things happening on their property or where they live, and like crop circles being one of them, I guess. But then you have like the livestock that are like mutilated for no reason, and like just bizarre, really weird stories. Like the movie, there's a movie called Fire in the Sky, which is based off of a real event where a guy and some buddies were like out in the woods, and he believes he was abducted, and he can like recount a lot of it, whatever. It's a very fascinating story. To me, I'm just like, I don't, other than obviously trying to persuade people into aliens being real, I don't see a motivation of literally every single story being fake. Like, I just don't see why everyone would fake one that has told a story like this. So going into this, I actually like their approach of almost we're playing like the retelling of the recording. So you hear this person like retelling their event that or events that they were experiencing as we're like playing through it. I actually think it's a very solid concept. I was maybe hoping it was a little bit more in depth. The game is visually overwhelming in a way. Not too bad. It's a little dark, a little too much haze. I think it worked pretty well though for the atmosphere they were going for, I suppose. Maybe it was just a little too much to begin with. Maybe it should maybe have devolved a little bit more into this hazy, dreamlike thing, and maybe started off a little more normal in a sense. Which I guess in some ways it did, but it was just kind of dark and weird throughout the whole game. Like it was very linear in terms of its visual aesthetics. Other than when like TVs and stuff would come on, it would change the lighting and the red glow from the bedroom door, things like that obviously changed, but I think still the game had a very linear, static sort of visual appeal, which is okay. I'm just saying, in my opinion, that's just what I feel like, what I experienced. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about just alien abduction things, but like I said, the concept of this is really great. I think it has a lot of potential, this exact sort of thing where you could listen to a recording which adds this sort of realistic, this weird realism about it, like when you convince yourself you're listening to a real recording of someone who's experienced this crazy thing you're playing. I think works super well. I would really like to see that expanded upon. People do more games like this. I like the concept a lot. Like I said, the whole alien abduction thing is creepy and scary in its own right, because what scares me about it, and what I think is scary about it, is that it's just like it's violating. Like it feels violating for something from another world or wherever they're from to show up and almost treat you like you're not a person, like you're just some sort of animal. It's just really gross and creepy to me that something would do that. Like they would just take you and then just experiment on you or do whatever they do. Because, obviously from our perspective as humans, we have very open minds, most of us, and, huge imaginations, and, like we could think about all kinds of things. Like our perspective on the universe and existence is very unique. But for something to show up and just treat us like we're like I don't know, like a lobster or something, and just like, what does this do? I'm gonna just take it and do stuff to it. Yeah, it's just weird. It's really creepy, really, really creepy. There's a really good like horror alien abduction movie called, I think it's called Dark Skies. Super solid movie, because it taps into the subtlety of it to start with, like the missing time part and weird things like that, and finding marks on you, and those things like it just kind of add up a little bit. They add up, and then seeing people like go through that or experience that is very violating, very creepy, very unsettling, because it's like something is influencing me, something is harming me, but I can't see it. I don't know what it is, and that's really disturbing in my opinion. Anyways, enough about that. I've rambled enough. I would say the game overall did a fairly good job with what its subject matter was. Like I said, visually, I think it needed to be maybe a little bit more dynamic throughout the game. I think the audio was decent. The weird, eerie audio recording was kind of unsettling as you went through and listened to more of it, and having somebody like tell you what's happening as you're doing it is like kind of weird. It's like kind of like it's just creepy. It's just weird. It was a really weird feeling playing this game. I like the effects, the aliens sort of peeking around the corner and peeking through the door. I thought that was pretty effective as well. Very, very eerie, very creepy. They're just watching. They see you. They're witnessing you, but they're not approaching you. They're not touching you, or they're not chasing you. So I like that they were very held back and just watching. I thought that was very odd, very, very weird. You know, of course, with things, electricity being manipulated around the house, also very effective. And the story is pretty cool too. It almost makes you think that it makes you. That's Let me try to put this into words. So it's said that he was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, which I am not well versed on, so I will not talk about that really. But did he really experience these things as though they were real aliens doing these things to him and his family? Or was he suffering from some sort of an episode and that was his way of maybe coping with it, or however that works? Like I said, I don't really know anything about schizophrenia or anything like that, but so my mind is that it really did happen, and then of course people want to be like, you're just like, you have something wrong with you. There's no way that could have really happened. That's always sort of a recurring theme in alien sort of events as well. Like, yeah, you're crazy. It's just space junk flying through the sky. Kind of like they were talking about on TV, like, whoa, these aliens are fighting each other in space. But it's like, how do you really know that? It's like, I don't know. So they basically, I guess, try to maybe silence him and, you know, forced a condition onto him. That's happened throughout history as well. Very, very odd sort of story here. But overall, I think the story was pretty decent. So I guess my final judgment for Missing Time, but I would say it's good. I would say it's good. Just kind of average, nothing crazy. I very much like the themes and everything, like I already mentioned many times now. And I think it did a pretty good job. I think this concept has a lot of potential to go further. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you like alien stuff like I talked about? Do you like this game? I want to hear all your thoughts. Do you agree with me? And you have anything else to add? I'd like to hear everything that you have to say, because I like reading comments and talking about the games I play. I think it's really fun. And if you enjoy my content, hit subscribe, like, and share the video. I'd really appreciate that too, because it helps my channel grow. It gets me out there in the algorithm. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Pretty cool game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I appreciate you watching. Kind of a weird day. Kind of all over the place today, but I'm trying. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.